Hello everyone, this is Express Collector, and today's a very exciting day here on the channel. I've got another new locomotive review, and today we have the Talking Classic Thomas. I'm going to put him back there. So there is the Talking Classic Thomas. He does not have a painted running board on this model. I got this one at Marshall's. He does have Annie and Clarabel, and he does do the talking. He like I do the talking. So, in the back, you can see Marshall's compared $18. $9. He does talk to the other talking engines regardless of the range. Now, if you were looking for these, I would say for this holiday season, look at stores like Marshall's or Ross. They tend to get the same stock. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and open him up. Keyword is try. So, right, how do I do this? Right. So we're gonna start trying to take him out of the box. It's been a while since I've opened one of these, so I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to do it. Do I have my scissors? Now, for those of you at home, if you open the bottom compartment, you will get the instructions, which look like this. Just kind of tell you how to put the batteries in your model. And while we're trying to open the rest of this package,
There's some of this tape. So I'm going to do that on camera. Again, this is normal here. If you've been a long time on the channel, I'm not very good with boxes. It's actually a lot harder than I thought.
2 minutes and 20 seconds later, we have him out of the box. This was way harder than it should have been. So here's Thomas. Comes with Annie and Clarabel. Set up the camera. I am using my iPad today, so I'm still getting used to the angling of everything. So we'll start with Thomas. And he looks very much like my other Thomas, who I have up here. Now this one does not have the white running board. This one has a red running board. He also has something to stop his wheels from rotating. It's little plastic with rubber bands. These rubber bands are transparent, so make sure that you dispose of them safely. And then a little plastic bit, make sure you dispose of that safely as well. And here we have Thomas. He's looking up into the sky. The whistle is printed. This is all a sticker. Whereas on the original Thomas, it was molded. The detailing is superb. Like, it is crisp. It is wonderful. The cab is obviously closed because you've got your talking mechanism. The piston rods look the same. Does not freewheel, but that's okay. Big speaker is the only difference between that and the other Thomas. I will do a separate comparison video. There's the coupling. Did not realize how chunky this coupling was going to be. At the back, it looks like a key almost. And here we've got his little step ladders, which are a nice touch to this range of model. Now, I'm going to be honest, I was doing some looking around at these models, and I'll grab one of my Tommy Thomases, for example. Here's Thomas, the new one. This is my Eugen pullback Thomas. As you can see, scaling-wise, very different. Now, this is the one that, does this. Tucked away, and it's supposed to store candy, but mine came without the cab. That'll get its own video at some point. This is actually more akin to another Thomas in my collection. I've been very excited to show this one. Reminds me of this Thomas, the Tommy Trains Thomas. Very similar in terms of the height. As you can see, the Tommy Trains one is a little bit taller, but there's a lot of similarities in the height, in the length, these two models. You have to put them buffer to buffer. Move this way a little bit. They're very similar in their length. So that's why this scaling of these models does not bug me, because I have the Tomy Terrains line, and those ones are fairly tall as well. I like this little Thomas, and yes, he does talk.
Well, bust my buffers. Full steam ahead.
I think he's got more
On
lines.
my way.
There we go.
Whoa! Sizzling fireboxes. Phew.
Yep, this one does quite a bit of talking. If we heard that whistle,
No time for delay.
that's not. There's the whistle.
Number 1 blue engine. Right on time.
If you hear that whistle, that second whistle, that's my Thomas remote. But this has a lot crisper of a sound compared to some of the older models or remote controls in my collection. I really do like this Thomas, let me just say. I'm going to put him side to side with the other 80th anniversary Thomas. This one, like if you can see the detailing is clean, whereas this one seems to have moisture marks. The proportions are also different to accommodate the talking, but I don't dislike it. This one feels like a scale model. This one feels like a toy in the best possible way. So you can have your preferences. Me personally, I want to be honest, I can't pick one. I think this one, I do need to paint the buffers, but once I do, this one is going to be very much close to this one. Up near, all right, so we'll get you out of the way. And now let's look at Annie and Clarabel. I'm going to move you out of the way, Thomas. We know that you work. So here is Clarabel, and this is Annie. Now, I do want to give a quick shout out to one of my closest friends in the fandom, Old Engine Well Known Productions, who convinced me to get this model from one of his videos. And I will say, this is worth the hype. The coaches, I love that these molds are unique to them. I'm not sure if these are the same molds as the All Engines Go and in Clarabel, but it does feel like you're getting a different coach with each of these two. I do like the liftable roofs. Reminds me of my flip-top coaches, which I'm not digging in the drawer to get, but you know what I mean. It also reminds me of that one express coach that came with a Talking Gordon. I like the proportions. The thing with these is that they're their own mold. They are very different from the express coach mold, which is up above here somewhere. In case you don't know, I have my filming space, and above that, there is a shelf with trains. So, here's Annie. The face is your stock standard Annie face. I like the detailing on the bogies here. And then you can see there's seating inside. And then when we get to Clarabel, no face on the front. Clarabel. Very nice. I think when we put it all together, I'm gonna kind of put them in the back because of the proximity to the camera. When we put it all together, this is, if this is something you want for Christmas, do it. Or do it. Because this just looks peak. It looks nice. It's a nice looking model train. It's a detailed model train. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and put this bad boy on the track. We're going to spin our wheel of destinations, put them on a track, and go from there. So here is our Talking Thomas on today's choice layout, which is the Sodor Carnival funfair wheel thing. Get that. So, Talking Thomas. Kind of balancing here, but let's give this a go. Talking Thomas. First run. Oh, we gotta go. So overall, what are my thoughts on this model? I think you gotta get it. If you're collecting these, at least this range, this is one that you most certainly should add. The rolling stock really speaks for itself in terms of what you're getting here. I mean, these are some of the most detailed molds of these two characters, I would dare say. The fact that you can open the roofs is obviously a plus. And you get both of them, which is always kind of should be the case. Enough about them. When it comes to this actual Thomas model, I think the face is well done, the proportions are great, the whistle is a sticker, but it looks good. I think if you have to pick between this one or the regular mainline release, can't really tell you to pick one or the other. It really comes up to personal preference. This one does talk. It does communicate with the other characters. I really do like the proportions of this model. It really does have that shape and feel to it. And if you can get them, like again, I paid $12.99 to get this one. If you can get them at a good price, I dare say you should. Honestly, it's a fun model. It's good to see him going around the track. It's good to see him just stand alone as is. Like, he is a good looking model. He's a good running model. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so very much for watching. Go ahead and click like and subscribe as I look forward to bringing more videos like this one. And as always, I'll see you all in my next video.